Can it be your faith in?
What is up, everybody? What's going on? How y'all guys doing, man? How you guys doing? Doing good, man. Vacation was good. I'm a little jaded. I'm not gonna lie. The time zones were different. So I'm a little exhausted, right? I actually just got home. So, so I'm just gonna announce it now. This Saturday, next Saturday, we're gonna have the Agenda Reverie 3. So I said I need to catch up now before the Agenda Reverie this Saturday coming up. So instead of just like waiting till next week, I'm just going to thug it out. We're going to thug it out today. And then we'll be caught up for the thing. So shout out to all the people donating right now. It's funny. I'm pretty sure it'll be the first big One Piece event that we've had in a minute. So yeah, we're going to be here. Oh, snap. Madison, what's up? I ain't seen Madison in a minute. Shout out to Maddie. I ain't seen her in a minute. How you been? But yeah, so as you guys know, I was in Tanzania. I found zebras. I looked at the zebra. He ran away from me, so I could have folded that zebra. I don't care what Glamour Jacko got to say. I can clearly fight a zebra. Like, clearly. I knew it. So I've proven that one. And we just got 5 gifted members as well from MZ over. It's 9,000, so thank you. So yeah, I'm not from Tanzania. I went to Tanzania. So anywho, you guys are gonna have to give me some slack. This is gonna be a little bit it's gonna be all over the place. But yeah, see, you say that in my regular form, base J, I might lose to a zebra. Hybrid form J in the rat suit, I think I'm taking a zebra easy money. That's all I'm saying. I think I'm easily taking a zebra hybrid form. Like, bro, once I put these ears up, bro, that zebra's running because he's gonna feel the hockey. You see it? That's it. What's that zebra gonna do, bro? What's he gonna do when I'm full hybrid form? What's he gonna do? What if I go full Zoan? What's he gonna do then? You know? Yeah, so you don't really know. So anywho, but Thanksgiving was good. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys. It's Christmas season. We are in hybrid form currently, and it's time to react to the aftermath of God Valley and what happened. Yeah, just to see what's going on, man. I haven't really been spoiled on anything. So enough of the zebra talk. Let's get started. All right, I'm gonna have to turn off the alerts so the lads can enjoy the reactions fresh and pure. Shout out to everyone that has pulled up. Sorry for the long break. Hope you guys enjoyed the Berserk video. And yeah, let's get started. All right. So One Piece chapter 1166. And since we're doing it on Sunday, I said, we should just read the official release, because why not? It's a Sunday, right? So it's been a minute. It's been a minute, man. 1166 and 1167. So let's tap in. Let's tap in. Okay. Okay, so wait a minute. Wait, hold on. Where's my music? My music's not even going on. Hold on. Yeah, there you go. There we go. Now I feel fresh. Yeah, I haven't read 1166 yet. Oh, stop it. All right, children. We got children in the chat. Cough, cough. Has the curse worn off? Look at Roger and Garb laying down. Will I leave this island alive? Oh, snap. Okay, so Rox is back. Oh, he's actually back. Will I leave this island alive? Nope, guess not. Roger, Garp, you better run. No reason to stick around and die with me. Oh, right. Forgot. Forgot to say one thing. I'm glad you stopped me. Thanks. So, Garland and the Holy Knights are just spawn camping? So they just spawn camped. That's it. They spawn camped and killed Rox. Kill stealing. All right, man. All right. All right. The Holy Knights are officially trash. The Holy Knights are trash. They're trash. I'm not taking them seriously. I'm sorry. I can't take the Holy Knights seriously. I can't take these guys seriously. Spawn camping, steal killing, trash. That's what they are, bro. No honesty, no honest fades, nothing, bro. They just nah. Get them out of here, bro. Get these losers out of here, bro. Get them out of here, man. Pathetic. Where's Rox? You're worried about your enemy? You guys are enemies too. You guys are my enemies too. What happened to Rayleigh? Wait, what happened to Rox? Rayleigh. Okay, wait. They killed him. So they watched it happen. Garp got saved by the Roger pirates. Hurry, the island's collapsing. Don't let the pirates escape. Roger shipper is on the move. Open fire. Absent from the pages of recorded history. Like a curtain falling on stage, the island crumbled upon itself and was shrouded in a deep mist. This is a broad account of what happened in the mysterious obscure God Valley incident. But after a moment of brief silence, a massive lightning bolt with countless branches split the sky, and with that, a new number of stories began. A massive lightning bolt with countless branches split the sky. NL upscale? All right, come on, man. We don't know what it could be. Still no Bogart, though. We still gotta wait? Yes. Not until Roger wakes up. Hurry up, Captain Roger. I want to open those chests. Roger. Sorry to worry you all like that. Ah, good. You're better now. Anyway, check this out. Were you really worried for me or not? We got Shaggy out and safe and sound. Look at Shaggy, bro. Shaggy just all wrapped up in Rayleigh, bro. She's like, yeah, I don't see nobody but Rayleigh. All right. And we made off with all this treasure. Okay. Wow. What a haul. Okay, so that's the baby. Hey, that came from inside the chest. There's something in there. Careful when you open it. A baby? So this is the happiest baby in a chest I've ever seen. First of all, how is he breathing in there? That's the first question. He didn't cry once. He just laughing and giggling in there. What's up with that shit? It's that bump on the head, man. That baby, you know what? Yeah. Probably the keyhole, I guess. He loves money. Me too much Tylenol. Yeah, maybe there was a lot of Tylenol in that chest. Maybe that's why he's acting like that. The downfall of the Rox Pirates. The story, of course, heavily sanitized and prominently featured the exploits of Garp the hero. The Rox Pirates are done for? Rox is dead. I just knew Vice Admiral Garp was the real strongest man around. Garp. Now there's a true hero. Navy HQ Grand Line. What is this drivel? Vice Admiral Garp, stop. Bring me this Morgan's guy. He needs to answer for this. Oh, stop it. Garp, the government clearly paid him off to write this. Okay. So, I got a nasty agenda brewing. Nasty. It's disgusting. Have you noticed in this story, any title that has been given ends up being PR and false? Every single title. It's almost as if we shouldn't take titles too seriously. It's almost as if all titles are fake PR. What is the Pirate King even? What does that even mean? The government called him the King of the Pirates. What does that mean? What does that actually mean? I don't know. It seems one day we want to think the government is so trash. We don't want to believe anything that the government says, but we believe it when it involves our agenda. That's very fascinating. That's all I'm saying. We love hating on the Marines and the world government, say they're so corrupt. Everything that they put out there is corrupt. You can't trust anything the world government does. But lo and behold, they give a title to your favorite character. Of course you can believe it. It's in the story. It's written. What are you talking about? It's right there on the page. You know, I'm just saying. I just want us to think about it. That's it. That's all. I just want us to think about it. That's all I said. I didn't say anything else. I just want us to think about it. You know? I just want us to think about it. That's all. I just want us to think about it. All right, let's get back to the chapter. That's all. I just want us to have a dialogue. Anywho, the world government and the Navy are both massive organizations. If you include the militaries of the member countries, there are tens of millions of soldiers across the world. It's impossible to be completely aware of it's impossible to be completely aware of what every last one of them is doing. So when I notice that the upper management is doing something insane, I can just look the other way. Sengoku. 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 Oh. The thing that they were blaming Garp for is actually Sengoku. The people that they actually hate is actually Sengoku. And y'all were putting it all on Garp. Oh my God. Yeah. I heard they got your mans. Yeah, your man Sengoku, the nigga you be hanging with. Yeah, him. That's your mans. That's your boy. You mean to tell me you didn't know what he was doing the whole time? I heard you grew up with him. I heard they got your mans. They got your man Sengoku right there. We called him. That's it. That's it. We're calling him Kun Goku. That's it. Or Senkunku, whatever y'all want to call him. We know what he is. Warabuda is what I'd say. Anyway, that's what I hate about you, Sengoku. You ladder climbing fool. Shut up. What is barking from the bottom to the cliff going to accomplish? Stop it, you two. If you turn out like them, I'm gonna kill you myself. Well, with friends like you, how can I possibly go wrong? Don't tell me you're quitting, Garp. You some kind of idiot? I got plenty to protect down at the bottom of the cliff, as you call it. So I know where Sengoku's coming from. I know where he's coming from, and I know where Garp is coming from. Garp is actually caring about the little man. He's caring about the mall cops. He's caring about the neighborhood cops. He's caring about your local, excuse me, where are they? Thank you, Chad. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you, excuse me. There we go. All right, perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you, Chad. This is fantastic. Looking out for me. Garp is looking out for the little guy. Garp is looking out for the mall cops, the neighborhood cops, the guys that actually join the Marines with actual hopes and aspirations, the ones that actually want to do good, the ones that are actually trying to fight justice, that are getting caught up in wars like Marineford, like the fodder that we saw in Marineford, those fodder Marines that were like getting caught up in all of that stuff, right? And I know fodder is an offensive term, so excuse me, but Garp is talking about them. Garp is actually talking about them. So in a weird way, you can't hate on it. You may not like the institution, but Garp caring about his fellow men is noble. I think it's noble. He's not supporting Benji. He's just protecting the IDF. That's how you sound like, Jay. I think you're begging it aggressively and you're projecting, because that's not that's obviously not what I'm trying to do. Anyone that says that, you're begging it. And I know One Piece fans are going to beg it like that because we hate the world government, and like it's fine to hate the world government. But like, that is ridiculous. Honestly, that's so ridiculous and it's so disingenuous. Like, wow, oh my God, someone that has dedicated their lives to protecting people wants to protect people. Wow, that is so evil. He wants to protect innocent people within a corrupt organization. Wow, how dare he? How dare Garp protect innocent people within a corrupt organization? He should let them die. That's exactly what he should do. That's exactly what Garp should do. Because they're not people anymore. Because they work for a corrupt organization. People that are innocent within a corrupt organization are no longer human beings. And they should be abandoned. Yes, that's exactly how life works. That's exactly how it all works. So we should just abandon them because they're not human anymore. Because we got to pick a side. We can't have nuance. Like, do you know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. And it's like, here's the thing. This is not me responding to rage bait. This is a take I know a lot of people have about the world government, because people don't like nuanced conversation when it comes to the Marines, because the world government are evil. So I need to talk about this. We generally need to talk. We need to talk about this stuff. Because at the end of the day, yes, Garp works for a corrupt organization. But we are seeing here that one is turning a blind eye to the corrupt organization, which is Sengoku, and one is choosing to protect the innocents within the corrupt organization. Because it's about a case of, it's not a case of what do you do when you can't do anything? You do what you can. And Garp is literally doing what he can. Garp is doing what he can. And he's doing something about it. Now, do we see what he's doing? I mean, we see with Kobe and all that stuff, but right, I just want us to think a little bit about it. Yeah, exactly, the Boondocks reference. So, hey, we can talk about that after, because I know we got more of the reaction, but we can talk about that after. But I just needed to mention that point. You are lost in the sauce by comparing world government with the IDF. I didn't compare them. That wasn't me, bro. That wasn't me. Anyway, let's keep reading. I'm getting sidetracked about the chat. All right, anywho, let's keep going. Glasses off. Don't tell me you're quitting Garp. You some kind of idiot? I've got plenty of people to protect at the bottom of the cliff, as you call it. Jake is so unserious, man. Elbaf New World. Wow. You're back again. I'm not taking you with me. How many times do I have to say, Squirt? You really think I take kids under my crew? Look at Loki crying over rocks. Ugh, what a mess. Ignored by the guy whose attention I want, and followed by some snot-nosed annoying brats instead. I think you're Nika, Rocks. Nika? The warrior of liberation, he laughs. As he tears down the world. He tears it down, or I'm gonna be king of the world. If anyone's got that kind of power, it's Harold. Huh? Listen to this, Loki. Slumbering somewhere out there. Well, okay, hold on. Listen to this, Loki. Slumbering somewhere out there in the world is a bunch of incredible destroyers by the name of Galilea. Galilea. I think it's Galilea, but maybe I said it right. And the guy who can actually control them is your old man. I could have all the outlaws in the world under my command. If me and Harold team up, who could possibly stop us? Wow, that's so cool. So why doesn't my dad team up with you? Because of love. Slumbering. Destroyers. Fascinating. Interesting. Why doesn't my dad team? Okay. But I'll keep coming back 100 times, 200 times, as many times as it takes. And he's reading the newspaper. Let me guess. This is Harold? No, it is. There's been an assault. There's been an assault. It was King Harold of Elbaf. Has he hurt any civilians? No, on a certain island. It's a giant ruffian. It's a giant ruffian that he's beating, but it's so brutal. You still don't get it, do you? Yes, I do. I'm sorry. I'll never pillage the humans again. You don't get it. None of you do. All of you scum with size are only all of you scum with size as your only quality are the ones who built the giant's history of terror. And because of you, no one believes us. They don't believe that we seek a peaceful seat among the nations of the world. Your Majesty, he's unconscious. I wanted Elbaf to join the world government to avoid losing their faith, and that was why I couldn't help him. Whomever side of fortune it is on, it doesn't feel like mine, so lend me your aid. Oh, my greatest friend begged me for help, and I turned my back on him. I left him there to die. Oh, so he just getting his anger out. He just beating the piss out of the homeboy. So one second with Harold. Let's talk about Harold real quick. It's easy to hate on what Harold did. But one thing that I get frustrated with Oda about a lot is that he doesn't show the actual pain and consequences of people's decisions enough. And I use that with like Kizaru, Kizaru to a degree, yeah, you kind of see it, right? Or at least why he did what he did. You know why Harold did what he did, but to see him kind of suffer like this and like admit what he did, yeah, man, I love it. I love it a lot. I like it a lot. You should wait for this convo. Is there more? Okay, chat saying I should wait. There's more? All right, yeah, let me keep going. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me keep going. It's more? Okay. All right. Now I cannot turn back from this path. I refuse to overlook the evil of the giants. ... The king of the giants becomes deranged. Navy HQ underground cells. Clank. I'm quitting the Navy, Dad. I know. And on that topic, I'm disgusted with you. I know. And he throws the key. Is this all we're gonna get? I just overestimated this character. I think I overestimated his character. I think that's what I'm running into right now. I think I'm just facing the reality that I was begging it with Garp and his character. I think that might be what it is. And I'm not saying this is bad. I'm not saying that. I think I was expecting more of an actual conversation between Garp and his son rather than, Dad, I hate you. And he's like, I know. And it's like there's a clear understanding from Garp's position. He knows exactly why Dragon would be disgusted with him. Like, it's obvious. Based on the conversation that he had with Sengoku and the conversation that he had with Roger, you know where Garp stands. And you kind of know where Dragon stands already. So this seems like more of the whole stoic understanding between two men. I know you think I'm trash, but I'm going to stay here. And he's like, Dad, I'm disgusted with you. You're not who I thought I was. But then he's throwing the key to Dragon to be like, well, you're still my son anyway. And that's it. And that's all they're going to get from it. That's exactly what happened there. I think for me, I thought there would actually be a challenging of Garp's ideals from Dragon and they would have a conversation. Because that's where I thought it was going. But that's obviously what did not happen. Therefore, I overestimated the fact that Garp would actually do something like that. I overestimated it. I did. Like, I actually overestimated it. And that's fine. I think it's fine. I begged it. I think I begged it. And that's fine. I still like Garp. Right? I still like Garp, but I overestimated. I over-expected what I'd get from him. And that's fine. I just thought there would be more. I thought there would be more of a conversation. Like, you clearly understand what went on. Right? But you guys have to understand that I thought Garp was, like, literally my favorite character in One Piece. Like, I thought Garp was the best written character in One Piece. And I'm just saying that from what I had seen, I thought that Garp and Dragon would have. I thought they would have the debate. I thought they'd actually have the debate, but they didn't have the debate. They just didn't have the debate. And there's not enough that's gone in to Garp's deep motivations for me to call him the best written character right now. Because there's other characters that have been written in a way, and I'm talking personally here. It's up to you guys, whatever you deem. This is a subjective statement. But yeah, man, I had a whole Garp video, bro. Like, I have a whole Garp video if you want to go back into my channel. Like, I have a whole character analysis of Garp. I love them. But this is just where I'm at. That's just where I'm at, man. That's just where I'm at. I just thought I'd get more. And I didn't. And it is what it is. Right? And that's it. So, if you guys are, if some of you guys are disappointed at the fact that I expected more from Garp, okay. I think there's nothing wrong with me having expectations, right? I even did the thing where I didn't call it bad, even though it didn't meet my expectations, because I don't think it's bad. I just didn't meet my expectations. So I literally just, I think people are disappointed by expecting more from you. Expecting more from me in regards to what? You'd be surprised. But anywho, I think I've just been trained. For if I have a negative opinion, I'm just used to getting attacked for it. So that's all it is. So sometimes maybe you gotta like, hey man, hey listen, I'm trying to be fair, man. Hey. But yes, Garp was never the philosopher like that though. So I don't think I needed Garp to be a philosopher because he never presented himself as a philosopher. I think it's more nobody said I'm giving. So here's the thing that you guys don't understand. I never said I'm giving up on Garp. I never said I'm giving up on Garp. I'm just saying I expected more. So no one has given up on Garp. Like nobody has. So let's just relax. Let's just relax. I just expected more. I expected more from it, and I didn't get it. And it is what it is. It is what it is. Right? I'm my expectations of Garp and how I rank Garp now in terms of written characters has gone down a bit. It has. Because I just need more. For my own personal opinion, I need more. I don't think it was a bad scene. I just thought there'd be more. All right. Anyway, let's continue. What the hell? All right. Harold, I've made up my mind. Chief Ja Rule. It's time for me to set aside these half measures. Harold and Loki, you are my sons and I love you both. I want you to work together to support Elbaf after I'm gone. It's an Elbaf royal ship. What? I'm very sorry, King Harold, but I've been instructed not to allow you to land. Okay. Officers of the Navy and dignitaries of the world government, please hear me out. Oh my God, he pulled the horns out of his head. Ah! Ugh. Oh, that's painful. Allow me to take this chance to atone for the 1,000 years of history. I want to apologize for all the mistakes that Giantkind has made. I wish to prove my oath of peace so that the children of Elbaf can lead fruitful lives without hurting anyone, so that they can live hand in hand with humanity. I want a chance to atone for our sins. If that means I must be a slave, so be it. Okay. 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 Man. Okay. Alrighty. I get standing on business, but this is crazy, man. This is crazy. Okay. Wow. What is the plan? The worst part is I like Harold. Like, I actually like Harold. This is... I don't know how I feel about this. Should I read next chapter? Maybe I should read next chapter first. Let's get to the next chapter first. Let's do that. Let's read the next chapter. Let's read the next chapter. Ida's sons. Okay. 33 years ago, 5 years after God Valley. So this is a 5-year time skip afterwards. We were all freaking out that there were pirates off the coast, and when all of a sudden an enormous figure appears out of the mist and behind him. Seafloor prison impelled down, kaboom, and the next thing I knew, the ship was in splinters. We were sunk in a matter of seconds. Yeah, by a Neptunian, right? No, it was a human. And did this even take place in the Florian Triangle? Not even close. You think there are any fish worth catching out there? We don't go near. All I can say is that it was a monster in human form. At this time, the countries of the Grand Line were abuzz with a frightening rumor, a tale of a lurking monster that struck its targets, mostly pirate ships, from the deeper mists out at sea. In truth, the monster was Harold, but to the people on the sea who had never ever seen a giant before, the experience was pure terror. As a part of his sworn oath of 1,000-year atonement, Harold assisted the Navy's efforts to uphold order. Nah, and this didn't happen in the Florian Triangle, from what I'm saying. So this is not involving the Florian Triangle. Meanwhile, the pirates who scattered to the winds after God Valley, Kaido, Big Mom, and Whitebeard, would grow in power over the next decade or two until they reached their primes and became the faces of their era. Okay. So then, Whitebeard wasn't even in his prime then. Big Mom wasn't in her prime, and neither was Kaido. Okay. All the while, as the pirates around them focused on claiming territory. So we got Shiki, Wang Ji. Okay. One crew achieved the seemingly impossible and succeeded in circumnavigating the globe. The crew led by the king of the pirates, Gold Roger. When he was captured sometime later and publicly executed, the world government assumed it would serve as a demonstration of strength. However, the allure of his massive fortune, the One Piece, sent the world into an era of frenzied madness. To counteract the arrival of the unforeseen great era of piracy, Navy headquarters recruited over a dozen giants from various regions in hopes of bolstering their ranks. Harold, meanwhile, who had been faithfully serving as a tool of the Navy, he was huge, an ancient giant, they say. I wanted as a slave, was finally given official access to the Holy Land this year, a Shallow's Covenant. Oh, brother. Okay. Indeed, you are now a trusted weapon of the Holy Knights of God, a devoted blade. It's an honor. He joined the Holy Knights? He joined the Holy Knights? We losing recipes, man. Oh, we losing so many recipes. No. The recipes. What happened to the recipes? We lost them all. Harold was my man. He was my boy. They got my mans. The nigga I be hanging with, y'all. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God, bro. Oh, we're losing recipes, bro. He's lost his way, man. He's lost his way, bro. Jacko, who wants to ban somebody? Who wants to ban somebody? Who wants to do that? Anyone in Twitch? Anyone want to ban somebody? Anyone ban happy? Anyone feeling ready to ban somebody? Can you guess who I want you to ban on Twitch? I think you already know his name. If you know him, get rid of that nigga, please. Get him the fuck out of here, please. Please get rid of that nigga. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Get him out of here, bro. I am sick of seeing that nigga. Oh my God. Get him the hell out of here. Oh my God. He said the Jacko era over. Yes, I am talking about Jacko. He said the Jacko era is over. That is so stupid. Yo. Oh my God, bro. I don't know, Jacko. I don't know why they said it. I don't know why they said it, bro. They hitting Jacko for nothing. Oh. Okay, let me keep reading. Let me keep reading, man. Let me keep reading, bro. Oh my God. Oh, yeah, that made me laugh. That made me laugh. That was good. Anyway, the covenant has 3 stages. The Shallows covenant is but a mere trace of a bond, but the Depths covenant and the Abyssal covenant are reserved for only 13 exclusive individuals who can enter into a contract with the true God. What is this God you speak of? If the day come that you are made a proper knight, then you will know the truth in the depths of the world, and that is when Elbaf will be allowed to join the government. Of course, Harold, it will be announced to the world and you will be welcomed. I am grateful for this honor. I'll do anything you ask of me. So there's 3 covenants: the Shallows covenant, the Depths covenant, and the Abyssal covenant. So I'm assuming the Abyssal covenant is what the Gorosei have and a few select people. That's what my guess is so far, for 13 individuals. Harold has turned into a massive beggar, and I'm ashamed, but we're gonna have to talk about this. Anyway, let's keep watching. Let's keep reading. Shangara, the Knight's Temple. Shangara, that's an interesting name. The Knight's Temple, Land of the Gods. Commander, Holy Knights of God. Saint Garland. How is the Great One thinking? What is the Great One thinking? Can the King of Elbaf actually take orders? Of course. My word is my command. We will call if we need you. Keep a long distance transponder snail in your person. You are free to visit the lower world, but you will not speak a word of what goes on here. Understood. Wait a minute. But he has to know what they're doing. All right, we're gonna have to keep thinking. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to keep. Yeah, we got to keep going. 20 years ago, Fishman Island, Ryugu Kingdom. Ho ho ho, bada ha ha ha. It's been too long since I had a good laugh, Neptune. The same, my friend, the same. We have too many troubles on our minds. First of all, I very much doubt your son is some kind of demon child. I mean, can he possibly be worse than you were? Well, when you put it that way. Actually, a fortune teller told me that I would receive a daughter 4 years from now. What do you say? We can betroth your Loki to my daughter. Baharada, forget about it. Listen, I'm not talking about any ordinary mermaid. Supposedly, she might be born with wild disruptive powers. In that case, it sounds like a match made in heaven. Let's have a toast to the future of my little brat and your shaggy daughter. Loki and Shirahoshi? Mosa? Mosa is Shirahoshi? Shirahoshi is 16. Hey man, Loki's 30. Hey, listen. In case you guys are like, you know, don't read history books, have you ever heard of political marriages? That stuff happens all the time. Like, I don't know if you guys like read history, but this is normal. That's like, it's the most normal thing I've ever seen in my life. That's that. Hey man, that's all I'm saying. In this context, I'm talking about in this context, that's normal. They're finna clip you out of context. Well, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. I get clipped out of context all the time. I get clipped out of context all the time. You just gotta say what you gotta say, man. That's it. And I'm not gonna lie to you. 16 and 30 in a political marriage context is just not that crazy. You know what was crazy for political marriages? When an 8-year-old boy is marrying a 30-year-old woman. I'm just saying. Remember them child emperors? Them queen regents? Hey, bro. Isn't he 21? I don't know, man. Giant age doesn't matter. Well, not doesn't matter, but it doesn't. I don't know, man. I don't know. Colin is 20, bruh. Loki's 21. Colin is 20. Colin is 20. Colin is 20, and he's still a child. There's no way Loki 21. In giant ages? In giant years, Colin is like 6. But in like regular human years, he's 20. But in giant years, he's 16. Okay, so Loki's 21. Okay, so Loki's 21 and Shirahoshi's 16. You know what, man? This is stupid. This is dumb. We're going back and forth on something that don't matter right now. This is all theory. This hasn't even been confirmed by anything. And she a mermaid? Yeah. Okay, we gotta stop. We're losing recipes, chat. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is actually ridiculous. There's two non-humans, and we're debating human laws with two non-humans. How have we lost? We've lost our recipes again. Chat, pick the recipes back up. Please, chat. Reacquire the recipes. We've lost ourselves. We've lost ourselves. And it's my fault too. That's why I said we. I didn't say y'all. I said we. Let's just gather ourselves. Let's just, everybody in the chat, deep breath. Take a deep breath. And let's get our recipes back because we lost them. So just deep breath, chat. Everyone, Twitch, YouTube, deep breath. Let's start reading again. Let's just start reading again. Here we go. All right, let's get back to the story. Okay, yeah, there we go. That year, our library. Of course, you can settle down. You can settle down here, so I appreciate that. But I wanted to ask you something. What's that? Would you join with the educated of Elbaf and open a school here? A school, huh? Sounds nice. So there's Saul. 15 years ago, there was a shocking incident in the sacred Mary Joa. My slaves have escaped. They've broken their cages. Oh, they've broken their cages open. Get out, hurry. You want to spend the rest of your life in chains? It's Fisher Tiger. Okay, good. I love to see Fisher Tiger. Huff, huff. Wait. Damn it. Damn it. You a knight of God? And so then he goes to swing. I've left the armory unlocked. Here's how to get there. Is that Shanks? Is that Shanks? I'm gonna keep reading. Oh, whoa, is that gunpowder? Hurry, sister. Send to Sonia. Someone's come. They're fighting for us. We can all escape this hell. Hurry, Koala. We're getting out of here. This incident, caused by the future captain of the Sun Pirates, Fisher Tiger, was known as the ransacking of Sacred Mary Joa. Fisher Tiger upscale. I love it. Sounds like it was quite the night. We're thinking someone from our side might have opened the armory to them. So we're looking for the rat now. Squeak, squeak. See, we're looking for the rat now. You see, we're looking for him. He's right here. He's right here. You looking for him? He's right here. Put him to death. Harold, allow me to introduce you. Huh? This is Shanks. He's the younger brother of Shamrock, separated at birth. Though he's been through the gauntlet of the lower world. But if he entered into a Depths Covenant, he'll be an instant boost, likely on the level of Shamrock. For the time being, we'll use him as a devoted blade of God, like you. I thought the same thing with Shamrock at first, but have we met before? I don't know you, great lumbering peon. How dare you speak to me as if we're equals? I've always had the blood of a Frigolin in my veins. Mark my words, I'll be a knight before you. Oh, my mistake. Let's go, Shamrock. Tell me more about the Holy Land. I want to be the hero who captures the one responsible for the attacks. Any clues? Devoted Blade of God, Saint Shanks. Saint Shanks is crazy. Holy Knight of the Gods, Saint Shanks. Sounds crazy. Saint Shanks. Sounds insane, bro. Saint Rat, dog. Oh. Y'all see them bandages he wore? Boy, that boy Blackbeard sent him straight to the Holy Land. Yo. Blackbeard packed him up and said, oh man, I gotta go to the Holy Land, get more power. Yo, gold. Blackbeard victim. Shanks is a Blackbeard victim. I am so all in. Blackbeard victim. I'm all in. Oh. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. This is fantastic. This is fantastic agenda. This is beautiful. This is fantastic. I'm all in. Okay. Muy bien, man. You don't know how it feels to learn that you've wasted 24 years of your life. I always knew I was different from the others. I hated everything down there. This man, this man think he Tom Hanks the way he acting, bro. What's wrong? What's up with Shanks, bro? Tom Shanks? Is it a Tom Hanks? That year, Fisherman Village, Elbath. Nope, I can't help it. I don't know enough about medicine. Let's call Harold and ask him to send a good doctor with proper stuff. No, you can't. He's busy with his job. What's a government connection good for, if not this? Just watch. I'll get better on my own. Oh, here we go. We doing this again, Oda. We killing good moms again. Because Oda just loves to kill good mothers. That's just Oda's MO. Oh, you're a good mom? Let's give her a sickness and die. Let's give her a terminal disease and kill the good mothers. Good mother Belmare, let's get her shot by a fisherman. Good mother Usopp's mom, dying. Shanks' new nickname, by the way, is Tom Shanks now. It's Tom Shanks. We're not calling him Tom Hanks anymore. It's Tom Shanks. That's it, bro. Zebek's wife survived? Did she? We gonna see. We ain't seen her yet. Watch Eris have some wild disease after they escape. Rebecca's mom died. All them good mothers be dying. Sanji's mom died sick. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man. You're a good mom in One Piece. Your life is in danger, bro. Ginny, dead. Ginny got a whole terminal disease. Died. Big Mama's not a good mom. She deserved to be thrown in lava. Oda hates his mother, confirmed? That's crazy. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. It wasn't. That's all I'm saying. All right. That's anywho. Just watch. I'll get better on my own. Seems to me you've been getting worse by the day. Harold will be heartbroken if he sees you like this. You run the bar for me, Mato. No, not when you're sick, Ida. You know Harold does. You know what Harold does each time he comes home. He visits all the elders and asks to make you his true wife. The fool. I prefer running that little bar. Meeting all those sailors from far off lands, Huff. Makes me feel like I've been helping Harold out in my own little way. Aw, she's so sweet. Hey, outsider hag. Loki. Got some fresh meat to feed her. Outsider hag. That bar's a nice chill place for me to hang. I need it open again. He's gotten bigger, but he's still the same impudent brat inside. You're the only one who can tame that little beast. Hyrudin's off with his comrades, searching overseas for a doctor for you. So both of your sons have a lot of love for you. You're all making a big deal out of nothing. I'm just fine. That's real sweet of them, though. I love Loki. Loki is definitely a tsundere, bro. This man killed a buffalo for his mama and still calling her a hag. That's his real mama. It's always been his real mama. Loki's like, hey, mama, you trash, but I got you some food. Like, what's wrong with him? What's wrong with him, dog? Like, Loki is so tsundere, bro. Like, yo, peak tsundere, bro. He only has one mother. I love Loki, man. I love him. Loki is a shining light. Brewer's Village, Loki's mother's home, Elbath. What'd you say? I said we don't want that outsider woman becoming the queen. You agree with that, right, Loki? Esther's the true queen, and she's from our people. They can't take away our fortune and status. So we gave the... Oh, he burned him down. Yeah, it's raps. It's raps. It's raps. It's raps. It's raps, nigga. It's raps. It's raps. It's raps. Harold, this what you fighting for? This what you fighting for, Harold? This what you fighting for, huh? This what you fighting for? You fighting for this, nigga? Yo, I'm done. I'm done with Harold. I'm done with him. I'm done with him. Turn the music off. I'm done with Harold. I'm done with him. I'm done with Harold. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with Harold. I'm done with him. I'm done with Harold. I'm done with him. I'm done with Harold. I'm done with him. I'm done with Harold. I'm done. I'm done with Harold. That was the last straw. We full on Mega 2026. We're full on now. It's full on. We're putting the banners out. We're getting the hats. Change LBAF now. This trash LBAF that we have, it's got to go. Change the whole thing. Change the whole thing. Nope. Mega 2026. Get the hats out. Start the hats coming out. Make LBAF great again. Because whatever this LBAF is, I'm not with it. Get him out of here. We're done. I didn't even finish the chapter. Motto, get in touch with Harold at once. I will. It doesn't matter if we're not related by blood. Loki's my dear, sweet boy, just like Hyrule did. Loki, stop. Ida ain't gonna die, is she? I remember what my real mother did. She cast me out of the tree into the underworld. You want fortune? You people make me sick. Ida ain't gonna die, is she? Because she's the only mother I have. Oh my God, nigga, Loki is not playing. He said, you killed my mama, nigga? Burn it all down, Loki. Burn it all down. Tear it down, Loki. Kill them all. I don't care. There's no honesty here. Kill them all. Burn it down. Burn down LBAF. Nah, man, they killed mama. They killed mama. It's raps, man. They killed mama. They killed mama. It's over. Burn it down. Loki for Straw Hat? Nope, that's not happening. Loki for Blackbeard. You got to join Blackbeard with this energy. Burn it down. Burn it down. Loki, they betrayed you, bruh. Your people betrayed you. They don't deserve you, bruh. They don't deserve you, man. They don't deserve you. Don't protect these niggas. Don't protect them. That's it. Don't protect these niggas, man. Don't do it. Just burn it down. You stay here, you disrespect me, you disrespect my mama, you poisoned my mama, and then you laughed about it in front of me? Oh, and he broke his neck too. Oh, you hear that? You see that? You see the panel chat? He cracked his neck. He choked the life out of him. You see the panel? You see the crack? You see the little crack sounds? He cracked his neck. That's what I'm talking about. Cracked his head like a chicken. Just, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Burn it down. Now, the caveat. This is his mother's hometown. So that's not all LBAF, obviously. If his mama came, if his biological mother came from this town, obviously they're gonna act that way. But at this point, I hate everything. At this point, Ida is the only thing I cared about if I'm Loki. Only thing I ever care about is Ida. And maybe Harold. Maybe. A little bit, maybe. But this? Nope. I'm good. I'm good on it. I'm good. Burn it down. Burn it down now. Burn it down. Burn it down, man.
Usagi, you can DM me on Twitch if you want to show me something. But yeah, okay. So that's the chapter. Okay. Alrighty. So let's go over what I liked, what I did not like, and the rating of the two chapters. So I will say this. I like both chapters. I liked both chapters. I would say I'm a bigger fan of 1167 than I am of 1166. But I can talk about what I liked first. Or maybe I should just get the bad stuff out of the way. Let's get the bad stuff out of the way. Right. So, the bad stuff, right? Well, the stuff I did not like. Let's call it that. I just wanted more from Garp. I guess. I didn't get enough. I didn't get enough from Garp. So, and I've talked about it already, but I just felt like I expected more of a challenge of Garp's ideologies. I expected more of a discussion about how he plans to protect the bottom. I did, but is that going to be explained more? I don't know. Is that something that I just need to read between the lines? Maybe. Right? I guess you'd have to read between the lines if you want to infer a lot of things based on facial expressions or actions that he's already taken and then make assumptions on what it could be, then you can. I'd rather Oda show me than me make assumptions. Because it seems a little surface level to me. It seems a little surface level. Garp's motivations seem like surface level good morality, which is fine, but I wish there was a deeper thought process behind it. And sometimes you can say it, but that's just not my impression. My impression isn't that it's a deeper, it's not a deep thought process. It's more of a rebellious good kid. I'm good, therefore I'm going to do this. But then again, my question is that if you're so gung-ho for justice and the little guy, you might as well join Dragon, because it seems like Dragon actually cares about the little guy. Dragon cares more about the little guy than the little guy police officers, right? So it seems to me that he's just stubborn. He just seems like a stubborn old cop. That's kind of what Garp is turning into. He's kind of the stubborn old cop stereotype that you see in movies. He's not bad, but he's stubborn. And he's stubborn in his ideals. He's that guy that you say, oh, he's not a bad guy. He's a cop. I don't like cops, but he's okay. He cares for his Marines. And I thought Garp was more than a stubborn old cop. So he started Sword. I hope he started Sword. I don't know if that's been confirmed. It's been alluded to that he's kind of leading Sword. But that's another thing. That's another case of I would like Oda to show us how he started Sword, because I think him starting Sword would help his case. Do you see what I'm saying? I think that would help his case if we showed him saying, I'm going to start an organization to protect the little guys. We don't know what Garp has done to even protect the little guys outside of Train Kobe and Helmeppo. That's about it. Another thing that I don't like Harold anymore.
And I don't think it's bad. I think the writing around Harold is fine, but I don't like the character anymore. And it seems to me like here's the weird thing for Harold. His change because of Ida has taken to such an extreme that he's completely lost himself. Like he's completely lost who he is. So much so that he is actually the very definition of a coon. He's the definition of a sellout. If you want to look up sellout in the dictionary, it's Harold. He's a sellout. And where did this sellout come from? He said, well, I betrayed my best friend, so I might as well follow through with the goal. And I just don't think that was the right decision. I don't think it was the right decision. And sometimes people make the wrong decision, so I don't think there's anything wrong with it. So, I don't like Harold. What else do I not like? Can't really think of anything that comes to mind. I mean, Sengoku I kind of always knew Sengoku was a cog in the machine type thing, so nothing wrong there. The Holy Knights are trash. I'll just reiterate that. The Holy Knights are definitely trash. Like 100%. A 100%. Rox's ending was sad. To go out kind of like that is just so That's so they did Rox dirty, man. I think of anything else that I really didn't like, to be honest. Yeah, I noticed that Shanks cut the slave collar, so Shanks is obviously coping. Not coping. He's running a gimmick. Okay. So as far as what I didn't like, it's really just those 2 or 3 things. Now, in terms of what I did like, I love Ida. I've loved Ida since I've loved her since the beginning, and I've loved how she's treated Loki. And I love the relationship between Ida and Loki. I mean, a mother's love is always just warm to read. And I always got time for a mother's love. So I'm happy about that, right? I think Ida was great. I think Loki in this chapter was great. I think Loki thinking Rox was Nika was so interesting. Loki being sad that Rox died. Ida, Loki is still one of my main hooks for Elbaf. I love Loki. So this is cool. Shanks, I mean, that's obviously Shanks who cut Fisher Tiger free. So Shanks is on this double agent gimmick right now. So if Shanks went to the Holy Knights, I'm almost certain now that Shanks is aware. I think Shanks knows the history of the world. I think Shanks knows about Emu now. I think Shanks knows about Emu, and I think Shanks knows a lot. I think Shanks knows a lot now. So, with that being said, I want to know what happened with him and Blackbeard. Because Shanks' father killed Blackbeard's father. There's some historical beef there. And the ones who saw it, Rayleigh and Scopper. Does Blackbeard know that? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know if they know that. I don't know how that information would get back to them. So I'm not sure. Yeah, Eris knows enough to tell him who's bad. So there's that. Loki, I liked. Here's the thing with Harold. I'm bitterly disappointed with what he became, but sometimes you need a character to be this disgraceful. Sometimes you need a character to be this disgraceful. Sometimes it's okay for the character to be disgraceful as long as it's done well. The thing is that Harold was always trending to this path. So it's disappointing that he went this route because he was always trending down this path. But it's just disappointing that he saw it through. I think that's what we're disappointed by. I thought we hoped he'd change his mind. He just didn't do it. So that's why people are disappointed in Harold. So I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it happening, but I don't like Harold anymore. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I just do not like him anymore. I think it's pitiful. I think it's shameful. I think he's wrong. This is just not the tech. This is not the tech. And again, I know why he did it. Like, I know exactly why he did it. So, like, I don't know, man. Asking for permission to marry is not it. I don't know. Harold lost his recipes. Garling is trash. I think the Holy Knights stink. I don't like them, so I've already mentioned that. I mean, obviously, I love lore piece. I love history piece. I love narrator piece. Right? It's one of my favorite things of One Piece. The exposés into the world. Like I'm just, so that's obviously what I liked. I thought that was good. Seeing Fisher Tiger again. It's always nice to see that and getting more context to actually what happened at Mary Joa with the Fisher Tiger take. I thought it's nice. It's nice for Oda to go back and give a little bit more context. He doesn't normally do that too much, but he seems to be filling in a lot of gaps and context and history in the world in this flashback. There's been a lot of filled in gaps with this flashback, which is what I think makes this flashback so good. Right? Just little context pieces that we've been missing, he's been filling in with this. So I'm kind of, it's like Oda's he's rectifying all of his mistakes in Wano by answering as many questions as he could from the past in this flashback, which I'm happy with. I'm happy with. So I like that too. He didn't climb the red line. He'd been captured already. Interesting. No, I'm not going to lie to you. I actually think Fisher Tiger came back and climbed the red line. I think he did it twice, didn't he? Or no? No cope about the Mihawk upscale flashback. Titles are fraudulent, bruh. That's all I'm going to say. We keep getting proven it each time. Each and time again, man. That was a narrative lie? Okay. He did it twice? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure he went back. He was a slave at some point and he escaped. I'm pretty sure he came back. He had the cuffs on. I thought he went back, but I guess not. Okay, so he lied about not being a slave first. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, anywho, Harold basically running as a Shichibukai. Harold winning the Shichibukai gimmick was interesting. What else? Okay. Him mourning. There's the Sengoku's a coon, Baby Shanks. Yeah, I think we've covered everything. I think we covered just about everything. So let's get through. So overall, I think I'd give 1167 an 8.5 out of 10, and I think I'd give 1166 a 7.5 out of 10, maybe 7. That's what I'd say. So overall, I'd combine those two and give this chapter an 8 out of 10. What do we need a discussion on? There's some super chats we need to get through. A lot of super chats we need to get through. Okay. Oof. Oh, we're gonna eat good today from Viper Breeze. Thank you. As share for the 4 months. Hello, brother. Hope you enjoyed the chapters and you had a good Thanksgiving. God bless the fam. Thank you. Okay. Weekly Jean, what's up, man? Thank you. Young Gibbs for the 30 months of loyalty. Appreciate you. Let's go, brother. Thank you. I am Maximum Stupid. You got to redo the second agenda reverie debate on the Admirals and Yakos, because who named Luffy? Use that agenda in the third agenda reverie. We'll have to see. Sengoku knew everything. Garp only found out because he asked. Sengoku is ignorant by choice. Garp is ignorant by default. I agree with that. Koken Jin. Nuance on this is so lost. Is lost to most that don't understand and analyze history. P.S. Dragon looks east. Sengoku looks the other way. So, Koku Jin 8. That's a great statement. I've been doing an interesting dive into ancient history. And even, I would still consider modern history if we're talking about the 1800s. And Lord Beppo, I've done a Hunter x Hunter review already. I did a Hunter x Hunter review on the Succession War. A lot of this is, I guess this is why I get a little bit frustrated with some people. Okay, so it was before Modern War. Yeah, it was before World War I. I get a little bit frustrated with people because you let me know you don't really understand the history of the world. I think because of what's going on, a lot of people see, when they think corrupt government, the first thing they think of is IDF, and that's fine. But if you see colonial Europe, if you see things that went on in Rome, things that went on in any empire, if you want to know corrupt, I mean, we talk about Belgium and Leopold II alone. I mean, it's so funny when you think about, let's use Belgium for an example, right? That's what I learned about Belgium and the Congo. The British Empire is bad too. Belgium saw Congo, Africa, and Leopold II said, Congo is my personal property. He'd never been there. He'd never done any of that. And he said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an organization. I'm going to create a humanitarian organization to benefit the lives of people. And we're going to travel to Africa and set up stations for trade and economic advancements. And instead, he chained them, he worked them to death, brutalized them, and completely took over all of Congo and said, under the guise of a humanitarian effort, and controlled all of Congo, all of the trade, the rubber trade, all of that stuff. And the reason why is because he can. And the reason I'm saying this is because the world government is so similar in the way it moved with Harold and Elbaf. They want Elbaf. They want Harold. They want the giants. And all they need to do is present the fact that the world government can greatly benefit Elbaf and change your reputation. All you have to do is give in. And these poor, innocent fools, blinded by social advancement, Allow these vultures. Allow these vultures into their city, into their land, and said they're going to change our lives for the better. Colonization 101, man. Colonization 101. That's all it is. Colonization 101. They've been doing it throughout history, man. Unreal, bro. Unreal. What do we care, though? I don't know, man. I think we're just having a good conversation. I think it's good to know this stuff, right? If Oda's gonna write a story that talks about government control, do you know what actually? You know what's so funny? Do you know what actually reminds me of? You know what the world government is starting to remind me of? Colonial Europe. It's kind of giving colonial Europe, actually. There's this league of French, German, Spanish, Portuguese, English, and then and the rest of the world is like the Middle East and Africa and South America. And they're just like, oh, well, this is ours. We can do whatever we want. It's really giving colonial Europe. I'm not going to lie to you. And you got names like Garling, Shepherd, St. Marcus, J. Garcia, Spain. Hello, anybody. Bro, this is colonial Europe. And here's a little bit of knowledge for y'all. This is what y'all don't know. There was a letter. Jocko, you know this. There was a letter written right after World War I by a British politician that sought to create a Jewish state in Palestine, to call it Israel. And it came from European colonialism. But y'all don't read that. Read your history. Read your history. Read your history. I'm telling you. Go back. What was it? Was it 1918? Yeah, the Balfour Declaration. What does that mean? I'm talking about European colonialism and the power that they had. I'm talking about the power that they had. The fact that the UK could actually implement and say this land that they don't own. Well, I think it was under colonial rule at the time. I think it was. Who was it under? Was it under the? Was Palestine under at that time? Was it Austria-Hungary? The Balkans? Jacko, you need to remind me. I don't know who dominated. The Ottomans. Thank you. It was the Ottomans. Then the Ottomans got bodied. Yeah, the Ottomans got destroyed. They got cooked, and they were just giving out land. I remember that. Thank you. The Ottomans. That's when the Ottomans got cooked. World War I, the Ottomans got cooked for good. They were finished. They just turned into Turkey and got cooked. So because they won the land, the British were making deals behind each other's back saying, hey, I'm just going to give you this land for real. Like Palestine, hey, listen, let's just slide it to them. All right, let's slide. Do you see what I'm saying? Colonial Europe had so much power over other foreign lands that they were able to do stuff like this. So this is why I'm saying when the world government operates so much like colonial Europe. So much like colonial Europe. It's interesting stuff. I just think it's really interesting. I just find this stuff very, very interesting. Oh yeah, man. The fall of the Ottomans is hilarious, bro. The Ottomans got packed up. Most people don't get to understand 99% of history's morals didn't matter, only strength did. Yeah, Galaxy Wide, they don't. They don't. You're not mentioning that they had also promised the land to Palestinians in order. Yes, they did. They did do that whole. I remember that. They promised multiple Middle Eastern lands to fight back against the Ottoman Empire and promised that they would give them their own independent state, and then they reneged. They did that a lot. I think they had was it England and France that had a secret agreement saying, all right, so when we win the war, I'm going to give y'all Palestine. Even though we promised them, we're going to give them their independent state. I remember that. Literally have another agreement with America and the museum I work with. These thieves literally representing, hey, bro, look. Oh, yo, I'm telling you, man. Name a better duo than colonial power meddling in the Middle East. I can't. So I say all this to say, this is it. The reason I'm saying this is because it's good to understand what's happening here. This is world history we're talking about, guys. I don't know if you guys know this, but there is really no morally good governmental system out there that we know of. At least major. I can't think of one. I know there's some individual countries that do their very best and they're pretty solid. But most of these major countries all do really slimy, messed up, disgusting things that you guys would be shocked to see. But because we're chilling and some of us aren't affected, we like, oh yeah, haha, I'm happy. This is great. Yay. You know? It don't work that way, man. It don't work that way. I just think it's fascinating. That's it. I just think it's fascinating. I'm not really having any opinion on this, bro. Like, I just think it's good to know this type of stuff because it keeps you grounded. I think it keeps you grounded. It keeps you grounded. It keeps you very grounded. And I like it. There isn't. The moment of him shows up, it gets done like O'Hara. Yeah, normally. Okay. UAE has modern slavery. I haven't heard about that, but if I speak. Sir Missile Monkey. $5. Post Ennis lobby, we know Garp and Dragon made up since this point. There's nothing else to say. I guess they did. You don't become a world power by being decent. Not in this day and age. EAP Tan. Garp is ashamed of staying in the Navy in front of his son. Good scene. Yeah. Fighting Gimmick 2592. That's a funny name. $10. I see where your issue is coming from in this scene. I 100% see it from your point of view. For me, I think this scene is perfect as because nothing can be sugar-coated from that island experience. True. That's a true point, Fighting Gimmick. C. Easton, 1040. $5. I think titles reflect reputation more than one-on-one power, like how bounties work adds nuance. Whitebeard wasn't world's strongest man, but he was close. I kind of agree with that line of thinking. C. Easton. We have $2 from Kogojin. Garp's gonna shine in flashbacks when Blackbeard offs him. Maybe. Sir Missile Monkey. Dragon tried it Garp's way, and God Valley was the result. Now Garp's doing it Dragon's way, and Garp understands. What would be more to you? I think just the actual conversation. I think the actual conversation itself. Just a little bit more on what Garp is really standing for. And Dragon, I mean, I don't have any issues with Dragon. I'll say that right now. I don't have any issues with Dragon. And maybe Garp just realized he couldn't explain himself. And to some, that's an acceptable answer, and I think that's okay. I don't have an issue. So, Viper Breeze, one thing to consider is that Dragon's perspective is that Garp was gleefully chasing pirates instead of protecting civilians. He didn't see Emu. True. That's actually a good point, Viper. We have WQQWEE. Harold allowed his friend to die, no turning back. True. Meacham 28. Parallel, I noticed. Rox intentionally sacrifices his dream to save his family. Harold intentionally forsakes his people and family for his dream. Who is the better man? If some of you guys were asked who is the better man, you'd probably say Rox. DJ Hosta, 5031. Harold was worse than Odin. I disagree. I think Harold was better than Odin. Because Harold was an actual character. I said it. Harold disappointed me, but Harold is a far more fascinating character than Odin. I don't even think it's close. Harold is far more fascinating, far more complex, far more nuanced than Odin. It's not even close. They're not even in the same sphere. Now, at least Odin did what was right in the end. But Harold is a far better character than Odin. It's night and day. It's not even close. Not even close. Harold is trash, but he's a good character. I still think Harold's a good character. He's just trash. That's my stance. Harold is trash, but he's a good character. I think he was a good character. Daddy Zoran 4891. Don't go beyond the rickety bridge, you'll get lost. Agreed. Vincent 9748. Jay, at this point we lost the recipe book. There is no recipes left. Yeah, we lost the recipe book. The recipes are gone forever. We have ZXYE6750 for the 36 AD. Shanks really ran to the Holy Land after the Blackbeard scarred his eye. Dad, regen, please. This Blackbeard with a claw I'm up against. Yes. Mr. Galaxy Wide for the $2. Davy Clan done packed up both gen fraudlings. True. Davy Clan 2-0 against Figurlins. I ain't gonna lie. We cold. We up for it. 3-0 if you count the 2 W's against Garland. Oda downscale for killing good mothers. Agreed, Vincent. Shanks DiCaprio, $2 from I Am Maximum Stupid. We have $5 from Kokujin. Teach son Shanks like Melvin did Jody in Guns and Butter Baby. Yes. Viper Breeze with the $2. Makino needs to watch out. Yes, she does. Meacham, $5. Shanks' racism act was so good that even Shamrock was telling him to chill. Probably wasn't all an act after getting bodied by Blackbeard. I think he was a little rattled. Yeah. We have Mr. Highly Sensitive. Look at Shanks and Shamrock's fits. The streets are saying they switched places. Imagine that. What if they're both switching places? No, I don't know. Sir Missile Monkey. They called him an arsonist and a prankster over this event. Elbath for shame. Yes, Elbath definitely for shame. We have 100 bits from Merebek_new, Sundari Loki, Tom Shanks, 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. Harold, Political Marriage, Net Merchant, Neptune W chapter. Yes. We have $9 from Vice. Guess what though? Harold is going to clash with Loki for laying waste to the village. Then Loki's true emotions will show, and he will expose Harold for his bottomlessly coontastic behavior. Shout out to Vice. I agree. Mr. Galaxy Wide, $5. Not gonna. I'm disappointed we didn't get Garp reacting to Harold doing the world government after God Valley. You would think something would come up between them. Yeah, you would think. BMO Hawk. How did the old guy at the end equal an L for Harold? Also, what more did you want from Dragon and Garp? You said more, but what more was that? Like I keep mentioning Beamhawk, it was really just I guess like a challenging of Garp's ideals and understanding Garp's ideals at a deeper meaning. but it seems still so surface level, and I was hoping for more because I liked Garp, because I just assumed that a lot of the implications around his character would be more revealed. I never saw Garp as someone that would be some kind of philosopher. I just thought there'd be a moment where Garp would say what he stands for, would like explain his actual stance. It seems like his stance is, I'm gonna be there for the little guy. And that's fine, but what does that mean? Still, we don't really know what that means. We don't know what that means yet. You can assume what that means, but he's never stated what that means to him, and I think that's important. That's like telling my wife I love my wife, but then not telling her how I love her or what it is that I love about her. Where it's like, fine, you love me, and you act like you love me. So that's nice, but sometimes you want to hear it. At some point you got to say it. Words matter too. It's hilarious that you're here preaching about the story now after all the years of Agenda. What about all the years when Agenda Piece wasn't a thing? What about that? What about when did Agenda Piece start, guys? 2 years ago, I think. What about all the content I was making before that? I guess those years didn't matter either, right? I guess I didn't talk about the story then either. I guess I didn't. Yeah. All those years. He just wasn't there. Didn't know you back then? So if you didn't know me back then, it's so easy to make assumptions about what I am now if you don't even know what I am back then. That's so fascinating. This is very fascinating. Is this flashback the best flashback? I'm not sure. I don't know. I like the flashback the most. It means I'm healing from Wano? To a degree, I'd say yeah. What's the overall opinion of the chapters? I think I gave everything overall 8 out of 10 and I liked them. That's the overall opinion. Jay, voice entry, we don't look at OP impression, Jay. I'm screaming. Why not just stick to agenda? Because that's not all I am. And that never really has been. And also, you can't really decide what I do as well. I think that's also a good answer. I do what I want. That's why I don't do it. It's just that simple. I'll tell you what, though. If I wanted to make more money, and if I wanted to farm and get millions of views and subs, then I'd stick to agenda. Because that'd be easy. You know how easy it would be to just go all in on Agenda Piece? You know how much money I've left on the table by not being a gimmick YouTuber? Some people say, oh, you do this for money. If I did this for money, all you'd get is Agenda Piece content. You'd never get the Serious J. It'd be a shill. I'd never complain about the chapter. You kidding me? Do you know how much subs I could get from running this Agenda Piece gimmick? Do you know what I could do? You've seen gimmick YouTubers all over the world. And they just stay in their lane and they make all kinds of money and they're just plastic. So trust me. When you say stick to agenda, you don't know what you're asking for. Because I'll turn into a bot real quick. Trust me. Rad Luna, probably. Probably. You never know. I just like to say that I have nuance. I become the destroyer of worlds. Yes. I could. Jay's a rat with standards. We all rats with standards. The easiest way to get big on YouTube is to never criticize the story. If you never criticize One Piece and you talk about it positively and you're actually good at talking, you're going to make a lot of money on One Piece YouTube. A lot of it. Easy. It'd be easy. Trust me. Jay, what do you think about Don't Be Reversey now? I still don't like it. It seems Mickey. But I guess that's the way to make Emu overpowered. But I still don't like it. That goes for any series? Oh, absolutely. I disagree. Hating on One Piece makes bank. Ask that to Dritz. It make him bank. Name me one Piece hater that's actually making money off One Piece. Because I can't think of any. You know? Because I can't think of one. hating on One Punch Man makes you bank. Oh, the stock market? Okay, give me a second. Hold on. Let me finish. Channels that do more than One Piece? True. That is true. Maybe I should start slandering One Punch Man. Maybe that'll be my next video. Oh yeah, Blurred, you were there back in the day, so you know what it was really like. You know what the trenches were like. Trench warfare with early agenda? Bruh. Sanji versus Zoro stands in One Piece Twitter pre-COVID, that's like World War One. That's trench warfare with agenda. That's what that is. I'm not joking. That's muddy. That was muddy fighting. That's what it is. That was dark times, man. Y'all want around. Y'all want around, man. Y'all were not around. You telling me Zoro? Oh yeah, Zoro and Sanji fans? Oh yeah, they calmed down. They've calmed down. Lemon Cloud? Zoro versus Sanji debates? They've calmed down immensely. They're nowhere near as violent as they were back then. Nowhere near. Nowhere, not even close. Y'all don't know. That's what I'm saying. Y'all don't know the trench warfare of the One Piece agenda. This is agenda piece right now is modern warfare. Agenda back then, which is more like power scaling, that was like mustard gas, trench warfare, biological weapon. Trust me, it was bad. Trust me, it was bad. It was bad, man. Defending Sanji fan out there, we were persecuted people. Sanji fans were persecuted people back then. Y'all don't know, man. Y'all thought I was toxic. You think some people that think I'm toxic now? The me pre-COVID? Man. Y'all don't know Toxic J. Y'all don't know real Toxic J. Y'all don't know him. Y'all don't know him. Y'all don't know him. Y'all don't know real Toxic J. Y'all don't know him. You don't. Y'all really don't. Pre-time skip J was not, boy. If you thought I was antagonistic before, bruh. Nah, man. I look at my old clips and the way I be talking, the way I was talking back then was crazy, man. I was talking reckless. LeBron Jersey J? Yeah, Bron Jersey J. 2020 J. Terrible J. It's a terrible nigga. Terrible nigga. He was not okay, man. From Airy, people are seriously forgetting a few chapters back when the God Knights and then Imu spoke about Harold doing something to betray the world government. So Harold must have seen something at the Holy Land and was told to do something that was really bad. Some will say that he should see all the slaves around the Holy Land, but Oda hasn't shown Harold even seeing slaves, which is true. There's 1 year left in the story before Harold dies, so I believe next chapter we will see what made him cut ties with the world government. I know Harold doesn't look good, but let's not forget the story told before this flashback. True. True. No, we're not showing the clips right now. So let's see.
Yo, so a dad F2F. I got a question for it. Are you a Mihawk fan by any chance? Are you a Mihawk or a Zoro fan by any chance? Because it seems like you're getting upset that I don't have nuanced conversations about the characters that you like. So what is the problem that you actually have? Give me an example. Because I'm very curious. I'd like to know. Is this about Mihawk or Zoro? Is this what this is about? Give me an example. Because you seem very brazen and loud. So let's talk about it. What are the characters that I have a bias for that you don't like, that you think I don't have a nuanced conversation for? It's easy to make a statement, but give me a proof, and then we can address it. And then maybe I can give you my nuanced take about it, so I can make you feel better, because you're clearly upset. So what are the characters that I choose not to have a nuanced conversation? Okay, but give me an example. See, what you're doing is you're making blanket statements. I need an example so we can discuss it. Because you're making a claim, but if you don't have any evidence, you don't have an example, then you're just spewing hot air. So why don't you give me an example, and now you have an opportunity to talk about it. If you have a problem, why don't we address it, and why don't we talk about it? Because you're very brazen, and I see you attacking somebody in my chat right now. So now, since you got the attention that you want, give me an example. What's the example? We're waiting. I just want to know. Because I hear this a lot. What is the conversation that I'm not having? What is it? You literally just called Mihawk's title fake. It's already been stated that's true. He's a Mihawk fan. Of course it is. You refuse to understand the narrative importance of his title. I understand the narrative importance of his title. I get it. I understand that Mihawk is a goal for Zoro. I understand that. What I claim is that we haven't seen anything from Mihawk outside of projection of what Mihawk has done that none of us have seen. And until I get that, I would like to have more of Mihawk. It's the same thing I did to Dragon. But did you notice that the moment Dragon actually started doing things on screen, do you know what I did? I started to give him credit. Have you heard any Dragon slander? Has anyone heard me slander Dragon since we got what we had? Has anyone? Have I slandered Dragon? And if I did, let me know. I knew this was about Mihawk. I knew this was about Mihawk. It just had to be about Mihawk. It's like, for me, Mihawk is the world's strongest swordsman. Great. But if there has been a lack of emphasis on swordsmen in the story in itself, outside of Zoro, then I would like to at least confirm that that title is true, the same way that we had to confirm Kaido is the world's strongest creature, Whitebeard is the world's strongest man. It just seems that these titles always seem to be put aside at the end of the day. And they're more conjecture. I mean, we just looked at the hero of the Marines. That title wasn't even real. So if Kaido's title, Garp's title, Whitebeard's title can all be questioned, why is it that when we question Mihawk's title, all of a sudden it's bias? All of a sudden it's not understanding the story. All of a sudden we're not talking about narrative anymore. Why? Why is it okay for us to question every title but Mihawk's? That's what I don't understand. And you're saying I'm talking about bias. That's your bias. Champion of God Valley Garland. I just don't understand. I don't understand this. Mihawk's title is the only one we can't question. It's the same thing. It's the same thing with the Mihawk fans. Every single time. We can't question the title. We can question everyone else's title but Mihawk. It's the same thing every time.
And because it's tied to Zoro, people think it has a stronger narrative weight. Who are the other good swordsmen in the world that are alive outside of Zoro and Mihawk? Who are the other good swordsmen? Why does the world's strongest swordsman even have weight if we don't know other strong swordsmen in the world? Outside of Vista? Rayleigh, Shanks? Old man Rayleigh? Shanks, who's a Yonko? Big Mom, I guess, because Big Mom uses a sword. I guess she's a swordsman too. Odin was alive. Mihawk didn't fight Odin. Nosjuro. I guess, so we're throwing Nosjuro in the world's strongest swordsman. Gandhi. Shiryu. Fujitora. Luffy used the sword, so I guess Luffy's a swordsman too. Bogart, that's another swordsman. Brook. Green Bull. Did Joy Boy use a sword? Can you imagine if Joy Boy used a sword? No, I don't think Joy Boy used the sword. I think we're begging it. Killer. Get Kinemon in there. Kinemon, the Scabbards, Tashigi, Law, all swordsmen. Now, which one of them has been noted for their swordsmanship? Okay, so Dad, I think we've all just confirmed that you're a bitter Mihawk fan. That's what this is. You're just a bitter Mihawk fan. This has nothing to do with bias at all. This has nothing to do with bias. This is bitterness. This is what this is. This has nothing to do with, this only has to do with Mihawk. It has nothing to do with anything else in the story. It's only Mihawk. Do you see what I'm talking about, chat? I'll talk about Garp. I'll talk about Harold. I'll slander Dragon. I'll slander Kid. I'll slander all kinds of different characters. All of them. I'll fairly criticize and give characters credit all throughout the story. But the moment Mihawk's involved, all of a sudden we're not fair. He don't care about Kid slander. He's okay with Kid. He don't want to defend Kid. He don't want to defend Dragon. He didn't want to defend Garp. He didn't want to defend any of these characters. But it's Mihawk. Jay, you so biased. You don't have no nuance. None. Okay, name the other situations. If it's not Mihawk. Because I knew it was Mihawk. So name the other ones. It's the same thing. And let me catch him say Zoro. He said Jika will return. Bruce gonna say Chopper. See, I've just openly said I hate Chopper though. I'm honest with that. I'm honest. I'm honest with my Chopper hatred. It's just honest hate. That's it. We don't see any swordsmen. This whole flashback was Rox and Roger being swordsmen, but you refuse to acknowledge that and then complain. So it's still about Mihawk. Oh my God. He's still talking about Mihawk. It's still Mihawk. Do you see what I'm talking about? These Mihawk stands. Chat, please pray for the Mihawk fans. Please pray for them. Please. Somebody pray for these guys. If you're Muslim, I need you to bring out the prayer mat. If you're Catholic, bring out the rosary. If you're Christian, start praying in tongues. If you're Pentecostal, start praying in tongues. If you're Buddhist, start chanting. Somebody pray for these Mihawk fans, because I swear there's an actual mental illness with these guys. Please. There is more to One Piece than Mihawk. I promise you. Oh my God. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, man. Here we are talking about the story, history, world history. And we've got caught up in Mihawk slop debates about swordsmanship. We're losing recipes, man. We're losing recipes, man. We're losing them. We're losing so many recipes, man. Anybody that uses a sword, Mihawk is stronger than. That's it. So, guys, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start talking like a Mihawk fan now. Let's appease the Mihawk fans. From now on, guys, anyone that uses a sword in general, anyone that uses a sword, Mihawk is stronger than. Anyone that uses a sword in this story is now a swordsman. Anybody. That's what we're doing from now on. If we want to be fair, Big Mom is a swordsman. Shanks is a swordsman. Luffy used the sword sometimes, so he's a swordsman. Garp, I don't think Garp's used the sword, so he doesn't count. All the fodder Marines that use the swords, they're a swordsman. Rox is a swordsman. All of the Holy Knights are swordsmen. Borsalino used the lightsaber. Borsalino's a swordsman. Bogart's a swordsman. Did Sanji used the knife? Sanji's a swordsman. It's still a blade. Who else used the sword? Anybody else? Gandhi? Who else are we missing? Who else used the sword? Zeph? Zeph's a swordsman. Johnny Yosaku, swordsman. Whitebeard, he used a glaive. It has a blade. Whitebeard's a swordsman. Did Frankie use a sword? Kizaru's a swordsman, by the way. I hope y'all know that. Did Kuzan ever use a sword? Did he make an ice sword? You mother bandit. Frankie's a swordsman. He used a... Yes, Frankie's a swordsman. Queen is a swordsman. Arlong. Oh my God, Arlong used a sword. Arlong's a swordsman. Let's go. King, Das Bones, Shamrock, Fujitora, Ryuma. Why is it even called One Piece? Why are they even called pirates? They're just swordsmen. Why would we even call them pirates when we can just call them swordsmen? Why do we do that? Y'all ever wonder that? Spandam. Gohan's a swordsman. He used the Z sword one time. That's it. Oh, we figured it. Bro, I'm telling you. They're not pirates. Oh, wait, did Nika use a sword? Oh my God, Nika has a sword. So Mihawk is stronger than Nika. Guys, Mihawk is stronger than Nika. Did you see it? Did you see the mural where Nika had a sword? Mihawk upscale. Mihawk beats Nika because Nika had a sword. Ryuma. Mihawk is stronger than Ryuma. How about that? That's it. Everyone in Sword. Mihawk is stronger than everyone in Sword. I hope I'm making the Mihawk fans happy. I'm being so genuine. What are you talking about? I'm acknowledging what you're saying. They're using swords. If you use a sword, you are a swordsman. That's the logic. That's it.
Haki is not allowed in a swords fight? What do you mean, though? Because they're channeling the Haki through the sword. So that's still a sword skill. So I don't know what you're talking about. You know what I've become, guys? I think today I've been converted. I'm a Mihawk fan. Today, I'm a Mihawk fan. It's official, guys. We are now Mihawk fans. Everyone in the chat, you're a Mihawk fan. I'm a Mihawk fan. Everybody's a Mihawk fan. Because everyone in One Piece used swords. Therefore, everything is a Mihawk upscale. If it involves a sword, it's a Mihawk upscale. You know what? Kid's technically a swordsman because when Kid uses magnetic powers, he brings in swords and then he used them. There's swords in his arms, so technically, Kid is a swordsman. Technically. That's what I'm saying. He said, yo, Yo, I'm dead. Kid is a swordsman. That's what I'm saying. I'm a swordsman too, low-key, but Mihawk is still stronger than me. I'm a swordsman, bruh. We're all swordsmen, chat. Let's see. Great job in your Berserk analysis. I bought the books because of you. Thanks, Blurred. I appreciate that, man. Oda is talking about his own history. World War II Japan was brutally imperialist. That's what I'm thinking, highly insensitive as well. That's what I'm guessing. Are we still on Ace side? Well, we're going to have to see. What is a definitive 10 out of 10 chapter for you? That's actually a great question. I just feel like Zoro should want to fight Shanks, right? Because Shanks has a sword and Zoro wants to be the strongest swordsman in the world. And if Shanks tied Mihawk, then Zoro should want to fight Shanks. You know what? I think Zoro's going to beat Shanks. Oh, I really could. Cartoon Boy? Are you? I really could. Trust me. Cartoon Boy, you know the tech. Mihawk is stronger than Shanks. You're right. Mihawk is stronger than Shanks. But Zoro has to beat other swordsmen to build his way up to Shanks. So obviously the next obstacle in Zoro's space is Shanks, who's weaker than Mihawk. So then when he beats Shanks, he'll be able to be like, all right, Mihawk, now I'm ready to challenge you. That's what I think. I think Zoro versus Shanks. Shanks is a Zoro victim. ZKS, Zoro kills Shanks. It's gotta happen. Yes. Zoro's gotta fight Shanks in order to be worthy opponent for Mihawk because it makes sense. We should do that. Honestly, guys, this is an honest conversation. I think Zoro should fight Shanks. What do you think? Oda added Shamrock? Zoro's gonna fight Shamrock? I can see that. Yeah. Okay, so Zoro fights Shamrock, and then he fights Mihawk. Okay, I get that. Okay, so Zoro's gonna fight Shamrock. So then my question is, since Vista tied with Mihawk, could Vista fight Shanks? That's true. Zoro's gonna fight Garling? Since Garling is Shanks' father, does that make Garling stronger than Shanks? You know what? I think Garland should fight Mihawk. If he believes he's a true holy knight of God, then he should want to fight the world's strongest swordsman to prove that he's a true knight of God. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I think. I can see that. Okay, so now, chat, what we've seen here. So, chat, I want everyone to take notes. This is how you rage bait. See, a dad is now resorted to spamming in my chat. He's been successfully rage baited.
And now he's upset, and he keeps spamming the same thing over and over again. So I want everyone to take notes. Everyone take notes. When you get rage baited, you start spamming. This is what happens. This is what happens when you're disingenuous and you try to come and rage bait and you deal with a true rage baiter. So now he's probably got timed out because he broke the rules or he got banned. Everybody in the chat just say W rage bait because he got bodied. You see, this is what happens when I keep my mouth shut. But there's going to be days where I have time. And I just had time. You don't want me to be toxic because I promise you, I will just now go to rage baiting and trolling, and now you're upset. He crashed out, he spammed, now he's going to run to all his little Mihawk fans, and they're going to cry on Twitter. All I had to do was say Mihawk GOAT, and all of a sudden they're upset because I'm saying exactly what he wants me to say, and he says I'm not being genuine. So which one is it? It's either Mihawk's the GOAT or he's not. Which one is it? I tried to be fair. I didn't agree with his opinion, so I started to agree with his opinion to make him feel better, and then he got more upset. How do I win, chat? Can someone help me, please? If Jesus had a sword, Mihawk over Jesus. There it is, Chaos Pudding. We got it. We got it. The sword of the spirit is crazy. Yo. Yes, you're right. I don't know who Mihawk is. He's the strongest ever. You're right. All right, let me read some more super chats before we get out of here. Zaylol13. Turns out the rat allegations were true, but in reverse. Notice how Shamrock has Griffin and Shanks has the Cerberus sword. Also Shanks upscale? Possibly. But you can't Shanks upscale without Mihawk upscale. So if that's Shanks upscale, it's also Mihawk upscale. Remember that. Zulu13. $2. Have you seen One Piece propaganda videos? I have not. C. Easton. All governments do evil stuff. In the Bible, God only calls for the government to be oriented towards him, not favoring a specific structure. I agree with that, C. Easton. That's a fascinating discussion to have. Vincent, $2. One Punch Man season. 3 frames versus 7 Deadly Sin frames. And Chosen, I'm gonna get to I'm gonna do the stock market report after I finish up with these super chats. So give me a second. I'm almost there. B Mohawk, $5. Mohawk, that's funny. Mohawk has the title, but with little to no shown feats, it's completely fine to question this authenticity. B Mohawk, no, actually, it's not. Mihawk is Zoro's goal, therefore you're saying that Zoro's dream is worthless and it's fake if you're questioning Mihawk's title, because it destroys the narrative. So B Mohawk, you're wrong. Mihawk stands never left the agenda trenches. I don't know what you're talking about. Mihawk fans understand the story better than me. Total blurred. Hold on, Jay. What's the definition of a swordsman in One Piece? Because I'm confused on that part. A swordsman is anyone who uses their sword as a main weapon. I think that's what they classify One Piece swordsman as their main weapon. Mihawk is stronger than swordswomen? Yes, Mihawk is also stronger than swordswomen. Yes. Uralioth. Each time Oda has 2 rival characters, he makes the stronger 1 centimeter taller. For example, Zoro is 181, Sanji is 180. Now go look at Shanks and Mihawk. Yeah, but Shanks isn't the world's strongest swordsman, so you're wrong. And that's from Uralioth. Zoro is a swordsman, so Mihawk is stronger. No way he'd beat the world's strongest swordsman. You're right. One Piece crossed over the Dragon Ball in Toriko. Therefore, Mihawk beats Trunks, Toriko, and Arale. You're right. I agree. Toriko does use knife. Brown Sound 545. Garling has yet to even show hockey. Yeah, but he has a sword, so that's what matters. Then we have Vincent 9748, $2. Vista over End of Series Zoro, which was greater than or equal to Mihawk, which is greater than Shanks. I agree with that. Okay. This has been fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. Let's read the report. All right, guys, stock market report. Sorry I've kept you guys waiting. All right. It's time For the Agenda Piece Stock Market Report, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, but the market never stopped in the first place. These last few weeks have been filled with some of the craziest events the market has ever seen. We start with Garling, whose stock price crash can only be compared to the great crashes of history, like the Great Depression, financial crisis of 2008, or the one-shotting of Eustace Kidd. After being exposed as the fraud of God Valley, his stocks have crashed by over 30%. That's a lot. Rox, unfortunately, suffered a similar fate. Since being domi-reversied, his stocks have fallen week by week. He is now down 20% of his initial value. But it's not all bad for Jay's agendas. The server unanimously decided the MVP of God Valley is Kuma. We love to see it, who has gone up 20% since his contributions. We love to see it. Kuma stock prices sky high. Good meal. Thanks, Jake. With the fall of Rox, there is a new king in town. Blackbeard is now the clear and the most expensive stock in the market's history, currently standing at 410 bones a share. That's what I'm talking about. Blackbeard stock's at its peak. Blackbeard is Bitcoin. You should have bought when you had the chance. We love to see it. But now, no stock has quite seen the rise that Loki has. Loki has gone up more than 40% this month. This November, he's the number one stock in terms of investment, and he has seen more investment than the number 2, 3, 4 stocks combined. In other news, Shanks is on the rise, Garp is on the fall, and Dragon is looking east. Thank you, everybody, and that is our stock market report. I can now officially say that the stock market is open for your investment, so everybody go in, tap in, and enjoy. Shout out to Jesus Loves You Bro _ What a great name. Okay. Alrighty. So that should cover everything. I think it's good to be back. I have a Kingdom video coming out soon. Very soon, actually. That's in the same format as the Berserk video, so stay tuned for that. And after that, we'll be working on a Gundam The Origin video, because I just finished that series. So yes. One Piece episode reaction. Oh, I got 2 episodes to catch up on. Oh my god, I got so much. I think I might do all my episode reactions tomorrow. I think I want to do my episode action CR. Would you consider it wrong for someone to say Kingdom is better than Berserk? No, I wouldn't. I think Kingdom is in the same class. I don't think that's crazy. Especially with how Berserk kind of went off in the end and Kingdom has been going like steadily. I don't think that's crazy. You said you've done a review of Succession War. Is it done already? Yes. It's on my channel. It's on my channel. If you look at the Legend series playlist, Dendo, there's a video in there. That's a full on, like, I think it's like 30 to 40. Might even be an hour long video on the Succession War. So it's there. One Piece remake when? I don't know. Save it for tomorrow. Yeah. So I'm gonna do all my episode reactions tomorrow. I'm gonna take a break for the rest of the day, guys. Is Vagabond good? Yes, Vagabond is good. How's Kagurabachi read going? I think I'm on like chapter 24, I think. I started reading a little bit. Will I do a video on Vagabond? I'm really not sure. I'm not sure. I'm kind of like on a Gundam binge right now. And I've already finished Dispatch. Dispatch was fun. Okay. Yeah, I'm more of a big Gachiakuta guy. So I actually do want to do a Gachiakuta video. So we'll do that. Any upcoming Kingdom videos? Yes, a Kingdom video is literally coming out either this week or next week. And am I going to react to JJK Season 3? Yes, I am. I haven't awakened my fruit yet. I haven't yet. Well, in time. Though this rat suit is so comfortable. I'm about to start wearing this rat suit for a lot of these reactions. One Punch Man? Nah, I'm good on that. I'm good on One Punch Man. Y'all got it. I don't have any matchups for Elbaf, so no. All right. Guys, I gotta go. I'm tired, man. I'm tired. So this has been great, guys. Thank you so much. W Ragebait in the chat. And don't forget, Mihawk is the strongest character in the series. Point blank period. Mihawk's the GOAT. So yeah, shout out to all my Mihawk stands out there. of Join the Legion. We are now Mihawk Incorporated. So the next stream will be Saturday. Don't forget Agenda Reverie, Saturday, December 6th. There will be more information on that. So yeah, just stay tuned for a lot of stuff you guys are gonna enjoy. All right, until